My brother thought I was a failure until he realized who had paid his salary. My family has never understood my job. They think I just play on the internet all day and that I never made anything of myself. My older brother especially has always been the golden child with the real job. He's got a corporate gig with a fancy title, and my parents never miss a chance to remind me of how successful he is. Meanwhile, they act like I'm just wasting my time. It never mattered that I paid my bills and lived comfortably. In their eyes, I was disappointed. My brother, though, took it to another level. He never outright insulted me, but the passive-aggressive digs were constant. At every family dinner, he'd throw in a little advice about how I should consider getting a real career before it was too late. If I mentioned a work project, he'd smirk and nod like I was a kid talking about a lemonade stand. I never argued. It wasn't worth it. But then, a few months ago, my company acquired a smaller firm. I work in digital marketing, and my business has grown enough to start expanding. I didn't pay much attention to the specifics of who we were acquiring. I left that to my HR team, but I knew we were bringing on their entire staff. Fast forward to last weekend. Family barbecue. Same old routine. My mom asked my brother how work was going, and he went on about a big merger that had shaken things up. He complained about new management, saying they were making a lot of changes. Apparently, the new policies were out of touch, and whoever was in charge had no idea what they were doing. I was half listening, but then he mentioned something that caught my attention. He said the CEO was some clueless startup guy who had no business running a company. He ranted about how frustrating it was to answer to someone who probably made cringy YouTube videos in his mom's basement. I took a sip of my drink and looked at him. "What's the name of your new CEO?" He rolled his eyes and said my company's name. I nodded. "Huh, that's interesting." He frowned. "Why?" I pulled out my phone and opened an email, scrolling until I found what I needed. Then I turned the screen toward him, showing my signature at the bottom of an internal announcement. The color drained from his face. That's not real." I shrugged. "It's real. Your company is mine now." Silence. My mom gasped. My dad just stared. My brother looked like he'd swallowed a brick. I let the moment hang before I spoke again. "But hey, if you have any suggestions on how I should run things, I'd love to hear them." He didn't say another word for the rest of the night.